up? We are out here at Clayton Middle School. Clayton Middle School, say what up! What is up, Clayton? What is going on? My name is Ethan. We have got quite a few minutes together, so it's going to be a blast. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff, entrepreneurship. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story, a little bit about social media, how we've been able to use social media to kind of explode our business, and how I've used it to kind of build my personal brand to leverage that and grow my business with my personal brand as well. So it's going to be a bunch of fun, guys. Thanks for having me out. I'll start by just kind of telling you guys a little bit about myself, where I'm from, what I'm all about. I grew up here in Utah. I went to, what high school does this school go to? What? East High. Okay, I went to Olympus High. We lost to East High in the semifinals of the football championships. But no hard feelings, it's going to be a blast either way. Yeah, so I went to Olympus High School, and gosh, guys, I was the cliche kid growing up. So played all the sports, I was on all the soccer teams, and Boy Scouts, you name it, all the stuff. But gosh, did I do a lot of business growing up too, guys? And it was fun. So we're talking lemonade stands, hanging Christmas lights, mowing lawns, you name it. We did it to make a buck. Literally, I'd grab my friends around. We'd go over to my buddy's house, plot together some business plan, and then we would go make it happen. We'd go make it happen. I'm a firm believer, I'm going on a tangent here, this just made me think of this. I'm a firm believer that ideas are crap and execution is the game. Everyone in here has ideas. Everyone in here, we could sit up here today and map out the next 50 years of ideas. It's going to be all about social media and virtual reality, augmented reality. It's going to be amazing. We could come up with all the ideas. However, if we don't do anything about it, we're just going to be sitting here talking about ideas. So that's one of my theses, and I want to tell you guys a little bit of how I got to know that to be true. So the first thing I ever did, my first apart from lemonade stands and stuff, was mowing lawns. So me and my buddy, we get hundreds of flyers. We go flyer every single door of the surrounding neighborhoods of our houses. Every single door. Finally, some guy calls us back. We go out there. We're like, I don't think we could do your lawn for $20. Starting $20. So we load up our mowers. We both live like a mile and a half away from this dude. We load up our lawn mowers. We walk down to his house, mow his lawn, walk back. Next week, do the same thing. Next week, do the same thing. Slowly, we start picking up lawn after lawn after lawn. So instead of walking all the way home, another mile and a half home, we're going next door neighbor, next door neighbor, next door neighbor. And it was pretty incredible. And it was a lot of hard work. And it was something where a lot of my buddies after school were just messing around, doing whatever they wanted to do, playing video games, trying to chase down girls. I was out mowing lawns, and it's something that I wanted to do. It was weird. It's weird when I'm sitting up here talking about it, but it's something that I love, and I knew that I liked it a lot, and I was doing anything I could do to just make a quick buck. So it started with that. After that, I went on and was like, no one wants to get on their roof and hang Christmas lights. So that was me. I was like, I can do that. And so I started doing that and do hundreds of houses and made a lot of money doing that too. And the next thing was I was a junior in high school. I was looking for something fun to do. And by the way, I was the kid. I was on the high school football team. I did everything, all of the cliche stuff. But gosh, I just knew that I really loved business. I knew that I really liked it a lot, and I knew this was like this cool thing that you could own your own business, be your own boss. It's incredible. So I started. You guys seen shaved ice shacks? Do you guys have any of those near here? Okay. What's like the most happening one? Like is it ukulele? Oh no, that's garbage. Because I started one. It's called Olympus Ice. So there was a couple around my high school, and I was just sitting there, and I was watching these kids just flood into these shaved ice shacks, and I'm like, wow, okay. And I'm like, okay, so if a shaved ice is like $3, there was like 100 customers a day. I'm like, oh gosh, all this stuff I started doing in the past, like I had got to get into this business. One thing led to another. I found myself a big building to operate out of. I learned how to hire employees. I learned how to pay taxes. I learned how to order inventory. I learned how to do marketing, and it was incredible. I had 15 employees running this shaved ice shack, and it became the happening spot around the Holiday, Utah area. It's where everyone hung out. And I was like, this is incredible. And it's because I was doing more than my peers. The reason I was the owner of it is because instead of messing around after school or not valuing my time, I valued my time so much that I would make the most out of it. And so I'd go out and do these things. I'd go out and flyer houses, or I'd go out and talk to people. I'd be posting on Instagram, posting on Facebook, all these stuff at the time. And it was incredible. And it allowed me to grow that business and learn a lot. So I came into, I'm 21 right now. I'm a senior at the University of Utah. And I'm studying marketing up there right now. And but when I was a freshman, I was going into college, and I was like, okay, the shaved ice thing's been fun. It's been for a couple of years. And gosh, guys, we did by the end of the total revenue of over the couple of years was almost $100,000 in snow cones, and it was unreal. And learning so much, and I come in freshman year of college, and I had a partner that invested a little bit of money into the shaved ice business, and she was like, hey, have you checked out this soda thing? So how many of you have been to a dirty soda shop? How many of you have either been to or heard of Thirst? How many of you have never been to or heard of Thirst? You guys suck. Yeah, so my freshman year, just kidding, of course. My freshman year, I'm like, okay, let's do something with this. I go count cars. You guys all know Swig. I'm just going to say the name. I was at Swig, and I was counting the cars again. I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4. It was incredible. And I'm like, wow. I start doing the math again. I'm like, this one's even crazier. So I'm like, okay, we got to do this. Stepped it up a little bit and got ourselves a huge building and made some really big investments. And at this point, I had kind of proved myself because I had put in the work. I put in the work when everyone else wasn't. And so I'm coming into college, and gosh, guys, let me tell you, when all my friends were partying and doing the college experience, like I've had my fun in college, don't get me wrong, but I've been working. I've been working almost the entirety of my college experience, and work has almost like a bad connotation around it. Work is my hobby. It is the thing that I love the most. You can ask, it's fun to have my mom here and fun to have one of my team members here. They know the number one thing that I like to do is work. And so that's what I did in college. And over the last 3 years, Thirst has been in the works and like planning for about 3.5 years. We've been open for coming on. This will be our 3rd year. And we've been able to grow that business into a company now with 3 locations and doing almost $1 million in revenue coming on this coming year. And it's been quite the ride. And so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how we did it, how we use social media to do it, a little bit about entrepreneurship, because this is your career day, and I want to tell you how amazing it is to be an entrepreneur. But let me tell you first, guys, I'll just throw up kind of as you can see, I wrote my speech on an IKEA manual. And so I need this just as much as you do, so if it's okay, I'm going to have this up here. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. I went live on Instagram this morning to about 11,000 people, and it was incredible in about 2 seconds, and told them all what I was doing out here. I called my mom on the way here. I call her every day by saying, hey Siri, call my mama, please. And I talk to my mom every day via that. I have grown we run statistics on our business. And I've grown my business. 90% of the time we get a new customer, it comes from social media. Specifically, what's your guys' favorite social media right now? Instagram. You guys like Instagram? Snapchat. I love it. Instagram is such a player right now that I'll refer to a couple things in terms of Instagram. We'll talk Twitter, we'll talk YouTube. It's going to be a blast. We're going to talk about how you guys can use these to be the next greatest YouTuber or anything you frankly want to be. But guys, what a time to be alive. Realize that right now is the number one time that you can execute on whatever that you want to do. Anything that you want to do. This has changed. We were just talking to your student government teacher and the PTA ladies just before this. What a time to use social media to do anything you want. Do you guys know that there are kids your age, you guys might be some of them, does anyone in here sell slime? You sell slime? People are selling slime on Instagram. Who's buying this slime? I want to know. You sell slime? No one buys it yet? Well, we're going to talk about how you can get people to buy it. We gotta sell you some slime. This guy's gonna sell some slime. It's gonna be a blast. Okay, so guys, what a time! What a time! I want to talk about entrepreneurship though, and kind of what it is. And gosh, guys, what is entrepreneurship? Anyone? I was gonna tell you guys. I've got free drink cards. These are good for a 44-ounce drink, any size. Can one of you guys run these out when someone answers a question? Give them one of these. What do we think entrepreneurship is? Max, will you just pick someone? Actually, when you start, but yeah, give one to him. Give one to him. Okay, more specifically though, like that's when you start a business. Like, what is an entrepreneur? What is an entrepreneur? How about in the top left of this section right here? Yeah. You bet. Yo, these are all good answers. Being an entrepreneur is building a. Anyone know what? One more question, Max. Does anyone know what monetizing means? Monetizing? How about Max? You can pick this one. Whatever you want. Max, yell it out, will you? Exactly. That's exactly. We're going to talk about how you can monetize anything you want using the social media thing, and therefore being an entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur is monetizing your passion. Being an entrepreneur is doing what makes you the happiest and making money doing it. It's an incredible thing. It is one of the most incredible things. One of the things I like most about entrepreneurship is it is a level playing field. And what I mean by that is there's a saying that they say in business: the market is the market is the market. The market is the people. The market is the customers, and they decide whether or not you're good. So whether you are the star football player, the most popular kid at Clayton Middle School, you know who you are. I'm calling you out right now. You might not mean crap in a couple of years, and if the market decides that, that's what it is. On the flip side, let me talk to you about this. If you think, listen up. If you think that you might not have any friends, if you think that you might not have it figured out right now, here's one of the most beautiful parts of entrepreneurship. It doesn't matter who you are or where you came from. If you're good enough, if your slime is good enough, if your YouTube videos are good enough, you will win. It doesn't matter where you came from. It's one of the most beautiful parts of entrepreneurship, and I love it a lot. And so there's a lot of great things, but gosh, guys, let me tell you, it is hard. It's the hard. I wholeheartedly believe this. It is the hardest job there is. Period. End of story. The loneliest job there is. You want to know the cool part about having a job? Because when you're an entrepreneur, if you have a job, if you work for someone, you're not an entrepreneur. I firmly believe that. You're not an entrepreneur. I don't know what else to say. If you have a job, you're not an entrepreneur. And one of the good things about having a job, and by the way, I won't even go there yet. One of the good things about having a job, you can always point the finger at someone else. Well, it's his fault, because it's my boss's fault, because it's his fault. Well, they didn't train me right. Well, they should have hired other people. It doesn't matter. If you are the last line of defense, if you are the CEO, the founder, if no one shows up, you're the guy that gets to go in, that's you. That is the loneliest job there is. There's no one to turn to. And let me tell you another thing about entrepreneurship. You know how have you guys ever heard of the classic work day? When is it? What is it? You guys know what it is? 9 to 5. 9 to 5. You think you get to clock out at 5 if you're an entrepreneur? Hell no. No, Clayton Middle School, you do not. If you're an entrepreneur, you are 24/7 on the clock. Listen up. This is the hardest job there is, but gosh, let me tell you, it is the most fun job there is, guys. And you can do a lot of stuff with it. You can decide where you want it to go, and you can be just about as good as you want to be. So, I'm an entrepreneur, and I've leveraged social media to really grow my personal brand and use that to grow the brand of my business. And when I'm talking about brand, and I want to go over brand a little bit, branding versus sales. And I know this sounds very businessy, but I'm a business guy. Everything that I'm saying here, it's career day. I don't feel bad about talking business with you guys. Branding, let me give you one of the best examples I can think of for branding. These shoes. Anyone like them? What brand are they? They're Vans. I didn't buy these Vans because Vans followed me around and put billboards in front of my face or put these big banner ads every time I opened my Google search. I didn't do that because they bugged me and called me on the phone. Have you tried our new Vans Classics? No. I bought these because they're Vans. Vans are sick. Anyone like Vans in here? You guys like Vans? Vans has built a brand. Vans has built a brand that you associate with being cool. And that's what branding is. Branding is long-term building a brand that people like. That people like. Here's a dirty little secret. Dirty little secret. I'm gonna tell you guys this one. Do you know? So, you guys like the drinks at Thirst? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Do you know that you could go to Maverick and make at least 1/4 of the drinks for about 1/4 of the cost? I'm dead serious, you guys. And but the reason that you want to come to Thirst, the reason that people keep coming back, because it's fun to get Kaylee smiling at you in the window. It's fun to get the free popcorn. It's fun to post about your sugar cookie on social media and have Thirst repost it and DM you guys. It is all, that's what brand is. That is what brand is, you guys. And so I want to talk about how you can build your personal brand, how I've built a brand with Thirst and all kinds of stuff. So let's talk social media just for a second. So we said, let me know if I'm leaving any out. The most popular social medias right now, Max, let's give some cards out if we get a new one. But I've already got Instagram and Twitter. Facebook. Give this kid one. Facebook. Let's go. That kid right there. Bob your hand up and down. Yeah, that's you. Yell it out. What is it? YouTube. Is anyone? Do you guys follow lots of YouTubers? You guys like YouTubers? Does anyone want to be a YouTuber? Okay. You already got one. Hey, there's one this guy's talking about, has to do with video games, social media. Anyone know what it is? You know what it is? Is it Twitch? Yes. Okay, this guy needs a drink card right here, Max, when you get a second. We'll queue up too. Okay, guys, let's, what about people on these social media platforms? Name, just yell them out. What are a couple of your favorites? Okay, don't yell it out. Okay, shut up. Who's one of your favorite people on social media? Yeah, you. Your sister, she's pretty good at it? Nice, I like it. What's that? Love it. The Rock?
T-Series.
Okay. You have a favorite YouTuber?
Sure.
Who is it?
Sure. James Charles.
Okay, James Charles. I love it. Okay, guys. Well, let me show you a little bit how Thirst has been using social media and how we've been doing it differently, and let me tell you guys how you can do it. So let me show you something really quick. So this is our page right here. Let me show you the first thing to notice. Do you see a lot of just drink pictures on there? Because I don't see any. 0. Oh, there's one right there. So we do serve drinks. So yeah, guys, the number one thing is a lot of people, when they use social media, their number one strategy is buy my drinks, buy my sneakers, buy my sneakers, and everyone's doing it. This social media thing's amazing, but the thing is, it's a flooded market. How are you gonna make yourself stand out when there's so many people? Who is on social media in here? Who has a social media account? So almost everyone. And so we're going to talk about how you can make yourself stand out a little bit and go into that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. Oh my gosh, Del Taco. I love their tacos. Did you guys know that Del Taco serves tacos? Well, because they posted about it. It's awesome. Okay, quesadillas too. This Mexican restaurant has quesadillas. It's awesome. Okay, guys, this is an example of a post from a business. A pretty standard post. Is anyone really impressed? One or two people is. All right. Okay, but let me tell you. Now, this next one is a series that we run on our page, and it's a series that I head up. It's called Thirsty Mom TV, and a little context really quick. The number one person that comes to our shop happens to be mothers. Mothers, similar to your guys' mothers, who are coming through the drive-thru with all of their kids, who need a break in their day, who sometimes like their kids to shut up with some free popcorn, and all kinds of stuff like that. So we know that those are some of our number one customers. So we like to speak to them. And let me tell you one way how we do. I'll show you guys a little clip. Episode 50, I believe, of Thirsty Mom TV. This is me. Don't laugh, because I worked really hard on this. Okay, I lost volume for 1 sec. I'm going to make a little switch here. Okay, this is Thirsty Mom TV, one of the most legendary TV series out there on Instagram right now.
New Year's resolutions. I may not be a mom, but I do run a soda shop that helps give them a fix. This is Thirsty Mom TV. This will be the year, Thirsty Moms. I'm gonna go for a quick jog every single day. A little pre-workout fuel. Come on.
Okay, guys, that was episode 50 of Thirsty Mom TV. That was right after New Year's. We did episode on New Year's resolutions. Guys, our purpose here, the number one thing we base our content off of is Thirst, is how do we bring value to the audience? Bringing value will disproportionately set you apart in the social media game. This is how we do it. We do it for our moms by doing, the value in Thirsty Mom TV is humor. There's value in every single person you follow and like on social media, all those people, they're bringing you value in some sort of way. So whether it's funny because they're a blogger, whether there's really hot girls or guys that you're following. Yes, I know you guys are following all those people. In one way or another, these are all people that are bringing you value. Quiet down. Quiet down. So in one way or another, they're bringing value. Guys, if you bring value via social media in one way or another, and we're going to talk about exactly how you guys can do it, tactically, I'm going to tell you step by step how you can become the next vlogger or the next thing that you want to be. We're going to go step by step in a second. But guys, understand, if you bring value through social media, you will disproportionately win. So what really sets you apart is the number one question then. If everyone's trying to bring value, if everyone's starting to catch on, we're bringing value through social media, and there's all these businesses, all these YouTubers, all these people selling slime, how do you set yourself apart? The answer is more. The answer is always more if you want something to happen. Whether it's it's true in life, it's true in business, it's true in social media marketing, it's true in entrepreneurship. If you want to get better grades in school, you better do more homework. If you want to be a better dancer, you should probably do more practicing. You should probably surround yourself with more good dancers. And the same goes for sports, and the same goes for anything you're trying to do. The same goes for putting out content on the internet, trying to be a YouTuber. The more you put out, the more you outreach to other people, the more you work with other people, the more you will win. The answer is always more. So for Thirst, what does more look like? For Thirst, that means creating some vlog where we talk to mothers, calling it Thirsty Mom TV, where I humiliate myself on the internet in front of over 10,000 people every single week. That's more. For Thirst, it's a Q&A series where every single week we put out a Q&A series. For Thirst, it's talking to them every single second of every single day, showing them the insides and outs of every single thing. I was just live If you go to Thirst account, I was just live standing right here talking to him, talking to all of them about how I'm going to talk to you guys. Doing more for you guys. Doing more can mean a bunch of things. It can be, first off, doing something. If you're wanting to do something on social media, doing something on the internet, let's gear it towards that first. Putting out content is the key. Content is your videos. Content is your pictures. Content is anything you're trying to do. Letting the world see what you're trying to do. Documenting your process. Doing more. Do more than all of the people around you. If you want to be the best at anything in school, in video games, in Fortnite, in football, in anything you like, if you want to be the best Fortnite player, you should probably play the most Fortnite. Sorry, moms and teachers in the crowd that don't think Fortnite's good for you. Newsflash, there's a lot of kids making a lot of money playing Fortnite. There's a lot of kids making a lot of money, so if you want to be the best, double down. I'm telling you guys right now, there is an enormous, let's open your eyes to the realities of social media right now. There is an enormous amount of people on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube that are your age, that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year making videos and posting pictures, talking about their lives, talking about their experience at their middle school. This is a very real thing, and it needs to be started to take seriously. It's a pretty incredible thing. I want to talk about. This has all been, rah, like motivational. You can do it, do more, do whatever. This has all been nice. Let's talk tactical. How you are going to use social media and entrepreneurship to make yourself some. Does anyone like money in here? Do you guys want to make money? Okay, cool. Well, let's go into it a little bit. First off, I'm going to put together a couple business plans for you. The first off is to be the #1 town babysitter. If you want to be, does anyone babysit for money in here? Okay, cool. We are going to make you guys the #1 booked out babysitter in all of Clayton Middle School. There will not be a weekend that you will not be babysitting if you don't want to. So, #1, guys, first off, are you legit? Do you suck with kids? No. If so, don't babysit. I just had to throw that out there. #2, guys, okay, you are going to do, if you want to do this is a step-by-step plan. So mentally screenshot this right now. Start an Instagram account called, what was your name? Jack? Michael. Called Michael the Babysitter. Michael the Babysitter is our new hottest babysitter on Instagram. You're going to go, you will then go follow all the local parents in the Clayton Middle School community. Does anyone know how to use the search function on Instagram? Okay, if you hit the little search button, go type in location, write Clayton Middle School. You can then see everyone posting in and around and surrounding communities around Clayton Middle School. You will click on their post. You will then direct message them and follow them and say, hey, I'm a really good babysitter. I babysitted XYZ. I would really love to be thought of as an opportunity to babysit your kids in the future. Thanks. You will do that 50 times. 3 people will respond. Of those 3, 2 will end up booking you. Here's what else you're going to do. First, you will follow the local parents. Second, post about who you are, what you like to do, and why you are responsible. You're trying to get babysitting gigs. Come on. Post short videos of, you're going to go, who has babysitted in here? Have you had a baby? Oh, great. Go to those people that you've babysitted. Hey, would you mind if I took a quick video of you letting people know your experience of me babysitting with you? You will then post that on your Instagram account. There's a reference where you then, every time you get a babysitting gig, you will then post selfies with yourself, doing activities with the kids. You will then reach out to all of the parents, letting them know what you're doing, how you're documenting your day. You will be the #1 busiest babysitter in town, period. That's the formula to do babysitting. Okay, #2. That's business plan #1. #2. You're going to be a professional dancer. Does anyone dance in here? Okay, we're going to make you guys professionals. We're going to make you to the big leagues. Here's how you can use social media to do it. A note at the top, you can't really read it. The same goes for football players. The same goes for Fortnite players. The same goes for anyone trying to do anything. So listen up. #1. Set up a tripod every time you're doing your thing. If we're talking about dancing, every time you dance, set up a tripod, film yourself dancing. If it's a practice, if it's a recital, whatever it may be. Post those photos and videos to social media, letting people know what you're doing, how your process is going of reaching professional dancing. You will then follow other dancers on Instagram by using the search function and putting in dance. And all related accounts that have to do with dance. You will then message and arrange deals with other dancers and say, hey, will you shout me out on your dance page if I shout you out on my dance page? Then you will then message dance academies, you will then message talent agents, you will then message football recruiters, you will then message companies that have to do with Fortnite and all kinds of video games and say, hey, check out what I'm doing. I would love to be able to work with you. That is how you monetize whatever you want to do on social media, whatever you're trying to be a professional at. You put out content, let people know what you're doing, expose yourself as to what you're doing, document your process, and that's how you become professional in whatever you want to do. Next, here's the last one. If you want to be a famous Fortnite player, who plays Fortnite in here? Nice. So who knows what Twitch is? Cool. Cool. You guys use these things if you play Fortnite. Film yourself using a camera and put it on YouTube and Twitch. You will then start a daily show called Sally's Fortnite Thoughts. Then Sally, is there any Sallys out there? Good. Okay, no Sallys. Let's just use Sally as an example. Sally's Fortnite Thoughts. Sally then talks about all her experiences playing Fortnite. Max then goes, watches it. He then tags all his buddies. Now everyone's watching Sally's Fortnite Thoughts. She puts it out every single day, and the momentum rolls. Bring on another major Fortnite. Sally then calls Max and says, hey Max, saw you commented on my Instagram post. Wondering if you'd like to have a little double date playing Fortnite. They do it. Max is loving it. They then talk about on Sally's Fortnite show how they played together and what different strategies they used. You post a weekly tip video of how you can get better at Fortnite. Sally's Tips. You then collaborate with other accounts, guys. You message, the power of direct message on Instagram right now. Who uses DM? Have you ever DM'd a cute girl? The power of DM is incredible, guys, and just like we were talking about before, doing more is how you win on DM. Doing more. If you guys, so does anyone follow Thirst on Instagram? Okay. Do you guys often see how we'll work with like really famous people on Instagram that have a lot of followers? The reason is because every single night when I'm going to bed, I lay in my bed with my two thumbs and I DM over 100 accounts. Over 100 accounts said, hey, my name is Ethan. I own a soda shop in Utah. I would really love to work with you. Will you please let me know if you'd be interested? Hundreds. Out of the 100, 15 reply. Out of the 15, 2 will work with me. And in the work of those 2 is all the magic, and that's what's been able to grow Thirst, guys. Doing more is fundamentally the difference. So, guys, there's a few things I know. I'm not that much older than you. I'm not that much older than you. There's very few things I know, so I don't want to come up here and talk about anything that I don't know. The number one thing I know how to do right now is entrepreneurship, building a business, and using social media to do it. So a couple things I know for sure, you guys. The first off is doing more. First off is doing more. We've talked about it. I don't want to exhaust it anymore. The second thing, listen to me really closely. Doing the right thing is always the right thing. Always. And the reason is because entrepreneurship and life and business is, like I said, a level playing field. The person sitting next to you that you might not like, you might not think is as cool as you, they might be the CEO of Apple one day, and they'll be hanging it over your head, and you won't even have a job. That might be the case. Do you guys know what ROI means? Anyone know what ROI means? Return on investment. That's what that means. I like to think of things in terms of ROI. And an investment doesn't have to be money. Investment can be time. Investment can be being really nice to someone. Being really nice to someone. The ROI of being nice to your neighbor is incredible. You don't know when that's going to come back to you. You don't know. Guys, doing the right thing is always the right thing, and that's what's been able to let me build my business so far, and doing the right thing by my employees, doing the right thing by the people I work with has really fundamentally changed my business, guys. The last thing I know, guys, you can use this social media thing. I know do people still say that social media is bad? Is that a thing still? A little bit. That's annoying. It's freaking annoying. You know what, guys? There's checks and balances with everything. A lot of anything can be, too much of anything can be bad. This is, the social media, in my opinion, is the current state of the internet. It is what the internet is right now. If you ask me what the internet, if I'm trying to go to a burger joint, I am now searching Instagram before I search Google. It's how it is. Facebook and Instagram and all of these, there's not that many of them. Five, six of them, they're the current state of the internet. Start taking it seriously. Start understanding that you can change your life. You now don't have to go get that job that brings home the money just to play it safe. You guys can now do whatever makes you the happiest. If you love chocolate more than anything, you can go, get on YouTube, talk about every kind of chocolate, review them, bring in other chocolate lovers, talk with each other, refer people to the best chocolates. You will be the highest paid chocolate YouTuber in all of the country. Does anyone like chocolate? You guys get the point. You can do just about anything, guys. I'll end at this, and then I want to go. I'm excited to go into Q&A. So start thinking of some questions because I have a lot of crap to give away and a bunch of more. Do we have any drink cards left? Okay, we got some drink cards left. We're going to give away gift cards and all kinds of swag. But guys, let me tell you this: if you're going to be quiet for one last second, then we're going to give away some stuff. Go into Q&A. I'll push so hard through what I know, and I don't know a lot about a lot of stuff, guys. I'm only 21 years old. I'm not even finished with college. I still got a good amount of time left. I was here not too long ago. What I know right now is social media and entrepreneurship. So I'll push so hard through my thing, which is business. My thing is business. And I'll push so hard through my thing to always do what makes you happy. Doing what makes you happy will give you leverage to do whatever you want to do in life. Do what makes you happy because you can do it more right now than ever before, and you can make a lot of money doing it. And there's a lot of easy ways using those same business plans that we went over for the famous Fortnite player or the dancer or the babysitter or anything, you guys. I know through my vehicle, which is business, that you can do whatever you want to do that makes you the most happy and make a lot of money doing it. I thank you guys so much. It's been a blast. We're going to do some Q&A. I want to answer some questions. So we've got a wrap. Maybe we'll do, okay, we're going to do a raffle too. But let's do some questions first. Can we have a roaming mic, right? Oh yeah, can we use this one? Okay, cool. Oh yeah, maybe Max could do it. Okay, raise your hand if you have a question. You're going to get a free drink. You're next. Guys, get specific. Get specific in your questions. Ask specifically what you want to know, whether it may be about social media or entrepreneurship. It will help everyone in the audience. So get real specific. Get selfish. Say that one more time. I'm sorry. When did I start mowing lawns and when did I start hanging Christmas lights? Is that the question? Okay, awesome. So mowing lawns, I was 10 years old. I was 10 years old when I started mowing lawns, and Max, I picked the next one. It's up here. I was 10 years old, and we were doing little lemonades. Has anyone in here done who's done something entrepreneurial in here? Okay, cool. Wait, what are a couple of them, just out of curiosity? What have you got? Lemonade? Cool. Any other fun ones, like different ones? She sold little pouches? Yes, I want to see one of those pouches. Guys, 10 years old, I've had it in me for forever. And so I started doing that when I was 10 years old, and it was to the point we had all this equipment. And it's fun to have my mom here because she would literally pick us up in the trailer with all of our lawn stuff, drive us 2 miles to the lawn. We would pull the trailer off with the car, set it down at the house. She would drive away, go do mom stuff. We would mow the lawns, and we'd call, hey, Mom, we need to ride home for our lawn mowing business. It was that young. It was that early, and gosh, I think she had a lot of fun doing it, and I had a lot of fun doing it too. So lawn mowing, I was about 10 years old. Christmas lights, 16. Just got my driver's license. So, yeah. This, right? Oh, yeah.
Do you plan on opening up any other grocery stores?
Okay. This is a question we get a lot. It's a lot, and we tried to fit it actually into yesterday's Q&A episode. The answer is I don't know. The answer is I don't know. What we're trying to do right now is use this social media thing to scale. Max, chill up here for 1 sec so people don't get distracted. So the number one thing we're doing with it right now is, do you guys know what scale means? To grow, to let something expand. And there's several ways to do scaling. One of them is to open 50 locations. Open one right next to Clayton Middle School, open one next to every school, open one everywhere. What we're doing though, what we've realized is for a cheaper price and for an even larger amount of distribution, you can scale a business through really good content, marketing, and using social media and the internet. And so that's what we're focused on doing right now, is growing and being the destination spot here in Salt Lake City, and we're going to scale that by using social media marketing and using the internet. So that's the plan as of right now, but never say never. So. My favorite part about owning my own business is that the outcome of the business is what you make out of it. I get to put my jersey on. This is my jersey. Does anyone play football or any sports? Raise your hand if you play. This is my jersey, yo. This is what I get to put on every single day. I get pumped up. I get jumped up. It's funny. You should ask my team members to see how excited I get when something goes big. When something goes big, I get so excited. I'm pumped up. Watch our Instagram stories. There's nothing I get more excited about, you guys. You control the outcome. If you control the outcome, you are in full control of your business. The destiny of your business is completely in your hands, and I think that's one of the most beautiful parts of entrepreneurship that you don't get from a normal job. Max, where is he? Max, let's get some people on this side. Maybe the front right here, Max? The front left? We'll get you in a minute, dude.
Which one of your locations brings in the most money?
Definitely our main store does. Our main store, if you guys have been to it. So we have a store on 1300 South and just west of State Street, kind of by the B Stadium, if you know where that is. That's our number one store. We also have a store inside the Vivint Smart Home Arena. So for all the jazz games, all of the concerts, we were there last night for all the comedians. So we have one there. Then we have one on the University of Utah campus. Who's planning on going to college? Raise your hand. Who's planning on going to the University of Utah? Okay, we'll see you there. We're on campus up there as well, but definitely our main store. That's where our catering line comes out of, and that's our top stream of revenue for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna get this front person really quick. Would one of you guys have a question?
Yeah.
Okay, here. This is $10 gift cards here.
Thank you. Would you recommend working with friends?
Would recommend working with friends. I think working with friends is one of. So I've done it. My business partner for a little bit, who we've since moved on, was one of my best friends. And I think there's beauties of it. I think there's checks and balances with everything, guys. You can do incredible things with your friends because you guys work so well together. But the number one thing is you have to know who you are. Number one thing. Both of you both have to know your strengths and weaknesses. That's the number one thing, because if you think you're good at something and he doesn't, or he or she doesn't, that's the number one problem in it right there. So you guys got to know what you're best about and then double down on what you're the best at. And So I think it can be done. I think there's checks and balances of it, and you got to be super self-aware. I've got a $10 gift card for you.
Out of all the places you worked, like the lemonade stand and the like every company you've worked at, which one was your favorite?
Which one was my favorite? Thirst. Thirst is my favorite, you guys, because I get to connect with all of you. I've never been able. Instagram is such a player right now. We already talked about it a little bit. It has blown up, you guys. I've never been able to talk to so many people at such scale. You guys understand this, right? With one click of a button, we can be talking to 10,000 people. And that's been the most fun about it. So I've been able to use that platform to talk to thousands of people every single day. That's been my the number one thing I've had the most fun doing. So I would say it's been a really fun journey. And what I like, and I'll touch on this really quick, you guys. If you are going to be a successful entrepreneur, if you are going to be a successful football player, if you're going to be a successful anything you want to be, you have to love the process of becoming that thing. When you guys think of entrepreneurs, what do you think? Because I'm not even going to ask that, because a lot of what's going on right now, and it's starting to bug me. It's starting to bug me. Listen up, because I'm going to get pissed. It's starting to bug me. Lamborghinis and models sitting around me, that has never happened. But I'm an entrepreneur. So if you guys think that's the number one thing that entrepreneurship and money is, you're wrong. You're wrong. That's not it. I love entrepreneurship because I love building businesses. You love football, not because you want to be that guy sitting in the lights. If that's you, you got to rethink what you're doing, because the process of getting to sitting in those lights, it will kill you. If you don't love the process of what you're doing, you will not win. And that's a fundamental truth, you guys. I love every second. Let me tell you another thing. Up to this point in my career, and I've done fine for myself, but I haven't made a lot of money. Like, I'm not rich. I've had all these businesses. By no means do I have a lot of money. I've been working on startup new businesses. I've been growing businesses. I've been reinvesting back into my businesses. Guys, if I was in this for the money, I would not be doing what I'm doing. I would not be doing what I'm doing. Guys, you have to love the process if you're going to be good at doing what you're doing. I work sometimes 100 hours in a week. 100 hours in a week. I'm there as soon as I wake up, and I stay as late as I can stay up before I have to go back to bed. I love the process, and that's why I found success in entrepreneurship. I think we're going to end things with some raffles. Okay, so let's go. So I've got, let's start with some gift cards. Okay, I've got 3 $10 gift cards. Let's go one at a time. So how does this, everyone has there's names on them. Okay. We'll mix it up. Okay, first up, Jaden Evans. Jaden Evans. Okay. Jaden Evans, you got a $10 gift card. Okay. Oh, last name? Addie Martineau. Addie Martineau, are you here? What up, Addie? Thanks for coming. Okay, let's do one more in the gift cards, you guys. Esmeralda Solis. Okay, guys, now, one more, is that the last gift card? No. One more gift card, cool, let's do it. Let's mix this up a little bit. Jared West. Where's Jared? Yeah, Jared. Everyone likes Jared. All right, guys, some snapback swag. Let's do it. We got a thirst hat right here. Who's down for some snapback swag? Okay, guys. Where's Nick? Nick Pearson. You here? Pearson? You here, Nick? Oh, heck yeah, Nick. Okay, Nick, we got some snapback swag for you. All right, we got a couple of sweatshirts and a mug. What do we do first? Couple of sweatshirts, mug. Okay, we'll do sweatshirt, mug, sweatshirt. Okay, let's go light gray first. Light gray sweatshirt. If it doesn't fit you, come find me. We'll get you a different size. Isis Smith. You here? We got yourself a sweatshirt. Okay, let's go mug. 32-ounce vacuum insulated thirst mug. Who wants this one? Okay. Destry Atkinson?
Destiny.
Destiny Atkinson? Destiny, where you at? Okay, Destiny, if you're in here, you've got yourself a mug. Last one, guys, we got a sweatshirt. Abigail Halverson. Abigail, where are you? You got yourself a maroon hoodie. You guys, I'll leave you with this. Abigail, here's that hoodie for you. You guys, I'll leave you with this. Quiet down for 1 second, and then you guys can go on your way. Guys, this has been an amazing opportunity. This is an amazing time to be alive right now. You can make money and create a lifestyle for yourself around whatever makes you the happiest. Understand this. Figure out tonight when you go home, look yourself in the mirror and ask, what makes me the happiest in this life? And go use social media, leverage social media to monetize that, guys, and you'll have an amazing life, and you'll be really, really happy. And I can say that firsthand, you guys, because I couldn't be more happy. And I'm really happy to be here, and I'm thankful and humbled to be here. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.